you are.
Now you are. Tell me, what are we doing here? This is the farm.
Linda got time recording. Already
I should start explaining people. What are we doing?
Here we are trying to spray. We are trying to irrigate because remember our material, the sawdust we use does not retain water, so we keep irrigating to maintain the moisture that the crops need.
We are not going to do it manually.
It has to be automated. Yeah, at the moment it is manual because we are still working on the automated irrigation.
The roots.
Yeah.
The roots should be able to grow beyond the pots. Then we start the automation. But we are going to show them how we are going to automate the portion.
Yeah, at the moment the irrigation is manual, but we are working on the automation of the irrigation system so that it just happens automatically without manual efforts. And the reason as to why we begin with the manual irrigation is to enable the roots to first grow out. It is to enable the roots to first become firm before we can use the automated system. Yes.
Basically, this water, explain to people.
This water has these nutrients, as you can see. Yeah, we try to mix in all these nutrients to enable our crops to grow healthy, because healthy food means a healthy body, and a healthy body is a healthy mind, and a healthy mind is a happy life.
That's all. That today you are not serious, right?
Not always,
No, you're waiting for questions. It's not going to be questions today. Tell your farmers.
Yeah, so as you can see, the other time I was showing you these pots, they were empty. At the moment, as you can see, we have sawdust in. We've transplanted our crops in, and they are now they have started off the process of growth. That is why you see we are doing manual irrigation. We are using water. This is not just plain water. Like I showed you, it has nutrients mixed in. Yeah. So anytime soon, keep watching. You will keep tracking the progress of the project. You will see how we are growing together. Like I asked you the other time, we need to grow together with you. The other time I was only showing you empty towers. Today I'm showing you towers with transplanted seedlings. Tomorrow I'll be showing you the automated irrigation system, like that. We still have a lot for you in stock, so don't hesitate to stay with us. Make sure you subscribe, follow, share, comment. Bring on those ideas, because for us to give you a perfect product, we need your comments. We need to know what your ideas are. We need to know what your suggestions are, so that we can work along that and eventually come up with a very beautiful product. The future of agriculture is very bright, as I can speak, because one of the things that has been more of a problem or a challenge has been land. We don't have a lot of land. So a lot of people find themselves dodging agriculture all in the name of I don't have land. But with this kind of system, we are enabling everyone, because as you can see, the crops that can grow on this one tower, because this one tower has 32 crops on it, because we have 8 here, times 4, that is 32. If you're to look at a space that would accommodate all this, it would be a very big space. And if you're to look at a space that will accommodate crops that will be in this tower, just as small as, in this garden, as small as it is, it would still be a lot of big land. So this solution is going to enable everyone, anyone in their capacity, to be able to carry out agriculture. That is why I'm telling you the future of agriculture is very bright, because we are coming up with solutions that will be able to help even farmers that are not using the vertical farming. For example, the Terramoist application can work with any farm. It does not necessarily have to be the vertical farm. AgriCure, the one of crop disease detection, can work with any farm. It does not necessarily have to be a vertical farm. So, as I was saying, that the future of agriculture is very bright, that is where I was basing. Climate. I answered the climate question yesterday, or sorry, the other time.
For the new viewers,
But for our new viewers, I'll have to answer it again. For the case of climate, like we know we are in Africa, so we have different seasons, we have climate changes here and there, so we expect that as a challenge. But like you know, I already told you it rains solutions at UICT. So one of the solutions we've come up with is Terramoist. Terramoist will be an application. It is actually an application. I don't want to say will be like it is in the future. No, it is in the current times. So it is something that it will soon be used. It's a mobile application that enables a farmer to manage, monitor, and maintain their farm from wherever they are. They don't necessarily need to be at the farm. They do not need to have physical labor at the farm to manage the farm. How does that work? It will be able to notify the farmer that at this point you need to do irrigation. At this point, the crops require this kind of nutrient. Like it is there to monitor the nutrients. It will be able to notify you that pausing, pausing. Yeah, like you can see, this is our mixture. It has NPK in it and water. It is actually a mixture of NPK and water. We are going to do the manual irrigation like we told you. Spraying is for the moment, but very soon we shall have an automated irrigation system. Yeah, so we are looking at a very big number of crops, like we already mentioned in the previous videos. As you can see, we already have transplanted crops. This will be a very big and beautiful place to acquire knowledge from. So feel free to reach out if you're interested in learning. You could be interested in learning on how to create these towers. We are at your service. You could be interested in knowing how the system works. We are also at your service. You could be still interested in having this kind of structure and the entire system at your place. It could be at your farm. Please don't don't hesitate to reach out. We are at your service. Yes.
we'll be pausing. Now start explaining. Okay, explain.
Um, like you can see, this is a rabbit urine. This is rabbit urine. We are trying our level
Also
best
contain a
to,
liquid NPK.
yeah, we are trying to avoid artificial. We are trying to avoid artificial nutrients. So we are using rabbit urine because it contains NPK, which is truly organic
So
and
now
natural.
we are going to dilute.
Yeah, by adding it in the water, it is a system of diluting it, because remember these crops do not need concentrated nutrients. They have to be diluted in water for them to be safe. You can see this is a knapsack sprayer. Uh, we are trying to,
Use this faster.
yeah, this is faster. It is time conscious. You know, we live in a world that deals a lot with time, so we are always sensitive when it comes to time, because we don't look at our farmers as people that will have a lot of time. So we are trying to find solutions that would make everything easier. Like you saw in our previous video, we've been using this smaller one.
Let's demonstrate.
Like you can see, we've been using this to spray. You get? But this is smaller. It is smaller and slower, so we have an option of this bigger one. Meanwhile, as we are working on our automated irrigation system.
Eh? How many minutes so far?
10.
Continue.
Yeah.
We're tired.
So, like you can see, so far we have planted. Like you can see, it is work in progress. So you see, some of the crops are already in. Some of the towers are still empty, but we are still working on them. We have more crops because, like you can see, our nursery is still full of stock. We still have a lot of crops that need to be transplanted to the main garden, and of which the main garden are our towers.
But I give you all the options.
That means I can do this kind of farming and still do other work. Yes, yes, yes. Exactly. That is one thing we are looking at. In Uganda, currently, it is very hard to find someone that does one thing at a time. It is hard to find a teacher that entirely does teaching as a career. They will do teaching, then they have a business, then they do a little bit of farming. So we are trying to simplify farming so that even the busiest person can be able to do farming very well and still benefit as much as that other person that does it as a full-time thing. Like you see, I guess most of the faces you're seeing on this farm are youths. It is not the old men, it is not the kids, it is the youth. You know, like they usually say, we are the future of tomorrow's Uganda.
Indeed.
And I guess our future is now. The future we used to sing about is now. So, fellow youths, let's embrace farming, let's embrace vertical farming, let's make a living out of this, let's make money out of this, let's get careers out of this, because it clearly has enough potential to accommodate literally most of us, give us jobs, give us something to eat, and save us from the winds of the world.
Dear viewers, basically to add on what Pesh has been telling you about vertical farming, today we are in the process of adding nutrients to these pots. These are basically, we should have used cocoa pet, but cocoa pet, you know, is quite expensive. But we've used the alternative. We have not yet implemented or we have not yet added the pumps. I'll show you how we are going to add the pumps in another video. But all I wanted to show you basically, we first want these crops to develop roots, and the roots should be able to grow outside these pots, and then we start implementing the irrigation. Basically, it's a pump. These pumps, if you've seen how fountain pumps operate, so that means all the time it is going to be pumping nutrients to the plant. But the reason why we are using this today, this sprayer, is that we do not, it's not about pouring water or spraying the crops. Here we are not spraying, we are actually spraying it with nutrients. These nutrients are NPK. We have used the super green, which contains the liquid NPK. We have also added in the we have added in the we have added in the rabbit urines. As you know, rabbits normally are purely okay. Most of the time they eat leafy plants, and these leafy plants contains the nutrients that the plant needs. So once they develop, this manual process will stop, and we are going to introduce the technology, because we are so much interested in the technology rather than this manual work, because we're trying to run away from doing everything manually. And I believe if you use a system, you will be able to do this irrigation. These are just the early stages of this vertical farm. but trust me, it's going to be the best in our country. And so far, so good. I want to tell you one thing is that these crops here, we have planted so many. We have planted spinach, lettuce, curly, broccoli, and even cabbages, tomatoes, strawberries. You're going to enjoy. And we really have potentials, the market. We cannot tell you all the business modules we have here, but I can briefly tell you a few business modules that we have. One, um, how are we going to make money? So first, setting up this tower comes at a fee. We cannot set this tower for you without you paying some money. Some people were asking, how much is the cost of a tower? These towers have pump, and I can break down the prices. 1, 2, 3, 4. These 4 towers, if you're going to just get the towers plus the labor cost, so um, we're going to charge you 500,000 plus the pots with these 4 buckets. But if you need the pumps, you need the app, then we are going to charge you 1.5 million, because you also need a battery. If you don't need a battery, then you need a power source. Sharif, you could show them that power source. So you're getting power from there. So if you in a off grid where there's no access to power, then you can use solar. But I can tell you this is the best methods of farming. You'll see us doing this often, but this manual process of irrigating, the way I'm doing it, it's going to stop very soon, because we're going to automate all the process. The reason why we are doing this is basically we did the transplanting yesterday, and these crops are lacking the nutrients. You can see from the leaves like this one. This is actually like drying up. So we need to add nutrients there. Okay. And this is supposed to have some bit of moisture. But once they develop, the roots develop, you will see the entire process. First you could get one pump there. We demonstrate to them. Uh, so we are going to demonstrate to you how these pumps are going to be used. But so far so good. So far so good. I'm going to demonstrate to you using the automated system. So with the automated system, we're going to demonstrate it here. This is the manual way of doing it. Yeah, only that one pump. You can pause a bit.